It's so loud hearing you drink your drink. Boy.
Clink, clink, clink. What a wonderful sound.
Y'all, you know it's podcast time when Poodle's got his children out.
These never disappoint me. A good tall glass of vodka will never do you wrong, y'all. It won't talk back. It won't disrespect you.
It won't flunk out of college.
Mm-mm. It won't need to live in your garage.
It's true.
Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé. Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown. 90-day Beyonce. Marrying someone you only met on your phone. Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love. It's 90-day gate. Let's love.
Good glass of vodka. Welcome, everybody.
Friend. Welcome to 90-day gays. Quarantine edition.
Quarantine.
We should stop saying that. People say we should stop saying quarantine and say physical distancing. I think you said that.
Not
physical distance.
Don't pull over, by the way, y'all. Don't pull over.
That is
Jesus. We just started,
and they've been going all day long. Oh God. Yeah,
God. It's not quarantine that bothers me. It's social distancing.
Yeah.
Because when we say social,
I don't like quarantine either.
It means like you don't need to be near people, and we should be near people.
We should be. Quarantine implies that you yourself are sick.
Which is not technically the definition, at least I heard the scientists, but it does sound like you yourself are sick. I think the scientists said if you're doing isolation, that means you're sick. Oh. Either way, I don't like it.
I'm saying that when people say quarantine, that's not accurate.
Yeah. So
unless you are being quarantined, but by all means, do that shit.
And if you are,
make me feel better.
Welcome. So the reason we bring that up is because even though Poodle and I live a mile and a half apart, we are doing this via podcast.
We are physical distancing because we want this to be over, y'all. Unlike those people out on those Florida beaches who don't give a fuck.
Or the Venice beach that they had to close.
Right. They closed our beaches, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw the Florida ones because those were the more on the TV.
Oh, my nephew was in Florida for he wasn't in the beaches. He was like in Tampa. And I'm like, why the fuck would you go to Tampa for spring break?
He was still getting corona germs all over him.
Oh, I shamed him. I did. I shamed him like a good uncle should.
Listen, anyway, Mother Poodle is practicing social distancing. She hasn't even seen my niece and nephews in like 10 to 12 days. They're FaceTiming.
Is that bothersome for her?
She doesn't like it, but she's like, she has asthma. She has a medical condition. So
if she gets this, she'll die.
I know. So that's why my father didn't also want to be around them. But he was going to drop something off and leave it on the porch where they were. And, of course, they ran out and grabbed his leg. And he said, I got to take my pants off before I go in the house and leave the pants. So my father took off his pants. He didn't touch them the whole time because he's such a hypochondriac. My father is such a hypochondriac. Doesn't like germs at all. Sickness really freaks him out. So this is really, so he left his pants in the car. He just walked in with his underwear. And my mother said, what the hell are you doing? He's like, some of the kids grabbed my legs.
Well, that's very sweet. And actually,
and crazy.
And Paul would have done the same thing, ironically enough.
He would have. Paul and my father have a lot in common.
I really think they do, y'all. I really think they do. Well,
Paul is my father with a lot more mental problems.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think, do we have any other announcements before we get started on this shit show?
I just want to have one announcement. I'm taking a page from your book. I was listening to the Brene Brown podcast, the new one called Unlocking Us.
Love her. Yeah.
First of all, I feel like this is, she's the vulnerability queen. That's all great. But she's talking about, I loved this concept of, we've all had a lot of anxiety about, am I doing this right? Am I doing social distancing right? Am I doing quarantine right or whatever like that? And she's like, guess what? It's an FFT, a fucking first time.
Ooh, I love that one.
I know. FFT. This is the first time we have all this pressure on ourselves to make good craft projects for our kids and to keep our house nice and to make quarantine meals.
To school them and all this shit.
That pisses me off. Now, I think the kids should. The fact that parents have to that they're required to homeschool their children. I think that's a lot of pressure to put on parents.
I'm glad I want to listen to that because I've been telling people, I keep saying, they're like, well, what about this? And I keep saying, we've never done this before, but that's a better way of phrasing it. First time.
Go listen to it. It's called Unlocking Us. And basically she said, there are three things: normalizing it, saying, you know what, this is going to be this way for a while. This is going to be the normal thing. And that already takes the steam out of the room. Mm-hmm. And then put it in perspective. Think, in 10 years, what are we going to think about this? And then the third one is, reality check your expectations. And that's something that's rough for me because I want to be like, I want to do something that's good. I want to put something out there that's great. I want to put something out like good content. But you know what? It's a fucking pandemic. It's the first time we've had it.
That's good because you get really, even doing this squadcast and doing it apart, you're like,
I do.
No, but we can't. And I'm like, you can't get sick, so I have to stay away from you.
I do. And so everybody, think about this is an FFT. It's the fucking first time. If your kids want to draw crayons on the wall, maybe let them.
Ooh, I need a shirt that says FFT.
Anyway.
Is that what you tell to all the men the first time they come into your bedroom? Oh, it's my fucking first time. Or my first time fucking.
It's my first time, y'all.
FTF. First time fucking.
This hour. Oh, I like the guys who's like, when's the last time you had sex? I was like, it's been a minute. Literally, it's been a minute. I always act so virginal, too. People are like, I'm like, it's been a while, because they love to hear that. They're like, oh, gross.
Don't make that sound. Good Lord.
Gay guys are gross, y'all.
They are gross. Y'all, I was doing good today. I had bees in my apartment, and sadly, that was not the fucking first time, but that's okay. Old buildings.
I still don't understand why your landlord can't get the bees out. It's beyond me.
The guy's coming tomorrow, and I'll be here, clearly. So I'm kind of excited to be here and show him and get it done. Anyway.
Can't they, and this is awful, but they're living in your apartment, in your building. They need to kill the fucking bees to get them out.
They're carpenter bees, and I guess those aren't as great as sustainable bees as other bees. That's what Sandy Blim told me on Facebook. She was the middle school secretary when I was in middle school. She's the one that had adult braces, but I loved her. She was also the cheerleading co-chair, too. I love Sandy. They had a little schnauzer. That's the reason why I love schnauzers.
Okay, great.
So anyway, y'all.
That was a helpful moment.
That's what we're doing. Y'all, we appreciate you. We also have another announcement for y'all.
Again? Are we making this now?
Well, we're going to do it. We might as well say it.
Let me lube up my lips.
Oh, God. We're going to recap that Crouching Tiger show.
Dragon King. No, I mean Tiger King.
Tiger King.
You just ruined this. I wanted to lead up to it. I wanted to lead up to it saying, guys, we have an announcement. And now that's just like someone like starts to like jerk off on your chest and then it just kind of dribbles out.
Oh, that's funny because it's happened to me. I've seen it happen.
And you're like, can we stop?
You're like, where is it?
Like, I've just lost my boner now. I don't even want to deal with that.
I need like porn coming. I needed to like go up my nose and knock my head off.
We've all been a little spoiled by porn jizz.
We have. Mm-hmm. We have. And I think they take pills for that.
They must.
I don't know.
I have personally, not myself, but I have had men definitely hit my headboard, and so I've had to clean it off. I'm like, wow, that was good of him.
Yeah, y'all don't see me in the video, but I'm just going, cut, too much.
I feel liberated on Squad Cats, y'all.
Oh, God. So, yes, we're going to be recapping the show. We're going to have the first episode is going to drop on our regular podcast, and then there are going to be 6 other episodes that are going to go behind our $5 Patreon.
Called the Lonely Heart tier.
Just because, y'all, Poodle has all of his students is canceled, and he lost all his musical directing gigs. So we can't do it all on the regular show.
No,
so
Mama needs a new pair of jock straps.
It's true. That say animal pig. Now, Poodle, I haven't watched Baby. Now, this show's available on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, so everybody can watch. It's called, what is it called again, Poodle?
It is called Tiger King, and then a long list of words after it.
Poodle, because you've seen the first episode, why don't you tell them what it's like a sentence or two, what it's about?
Hey, there's a lot to unpack here. Basically, it's about several citizens of our country, interesting, colorful people who keep tigers, lions, and other
bears
and other such animals in kind of private zoos. And the Tiger King, who's known as Joe Exotic, is the main person. He is a homosexual from Oklahoma with a mullet. There's so many things about him I need to talk about.
Y'all, and this person is like 35 minutes from where I grew up. He's from Wynnewood. So we used to play them. We played them in football.
Wynnewood and not Wynwood?
No, it's Wynnewood. That's the way we say it. Wynnewood. We used to play them in football. They were always good. They always beat us.
Anyway, and it's about, supposedly he's in jail now. I'm not selling this well, but like for trying to hiring someone to kill the woman who was kind of like renting a protective shelter for big cats, who's also a character. Like everyone on this show, you guys, is like something we could have like written and dreamed up.
And weirdly enough, I'm finding out again, I have several ties to this show that I did not know about.
I've got some ties to this show.
Oh, you do? Go ahead.
I begged my mother to go to the place in Myrtle Beach that is a big cat rescue. I remember seeing it growing up.
Oh.
I begged. She's like, why am I going to pay a couple $100 for you to pet a tiger?
God, you get killed. Well, I did find out that, first of all, some of my brother's Christmas tree lights are featured in this, which he did not get paid for. And also, I'm pretty sure, and I'll finish the story in the podcast, but I don't know if I ever mentioned that my Uncle Leonard used to have a mountain lion named Bobo.
No, that was never mentioned.
Yeah, I remember bringing him to my Aunt Peggy's. I think they might have gotten Bobo from this guy.
Oh my God. Why was his name Bobo?
Because that's what they named him. But I'm going to save that for the show. But just so no, there's going to be some Southern ties in there, y'all. God,
okay.
God, I'm trashy.
You are. But yeah, y'all, there's just the remarks on the teeth alone could fill up a whole podcast. Also, there's just people with like strange like limbs missing, and they really. I'm like that's like the first thing you ask. I feel like there's going to be a lot to talk about, a lot to unpack. There are direct quotes that I cannot believe weren't scripted. So it's going to be interesting. So that's going to be Tiger King. That will be dropping. We said the first episode in the free podcast.
Yes. So that'll be the first episode.
We'll come up with a name. We need to. I'm not doing it here.
We'll think of a name. We'll put it up.
You're the kind who would just like spitball names. I'm not doing that.
Anyway, so we'll have all those on the Patreon, and
it's going to be Tiger Queens.
It's going to be Tiger Queens. I was going to say it, but it's going to be Tiger Queens.
It's going to be Tiger Queens. I already knew it.
I did too. And so we'll. I think we're also going to do a special like. Kate Casey is researching some stuff on this, y'all, and she said once kind of we recap the show, we're going to talk to her and get some dirt.
Kate Casey from Reality Life.
Who has texted me like 10 times this time about
this
show.
The best podcast interviewer in the world.
It's true. Well, all right. Well, and she interviewed Matt Sharp, who's 90 Day Fiancé. So let's jump into it.
Let's jump into the show. Besides from a couple little things happening, this was a snooze for me.
Snooze episode.
Yeah, there was snooze.
Some sweet moments, actually.
I agree, yeah.
Maybe there was Jeffrey drama, but I fast-forwarded, so I don't know.
I think there was Jeffrey drama. At one point, I fast-forwarded. I did see a man who had a very interesting haircut. It looked like part of it was shaved and then a mo from Three Stooges on top.
Oh.
It was something. It was something. I fast-forwarded it, but I just was struck by this man's haircut.
Y'all, we don't ever watch Jeff. Well, we used to watch Jeffrey only when he was shirtless, but now that he has nipple things around him.
Besides the nipples, there's the wife beating and
it's too much.
Really, and he's a gross person, y'all.
He's gross.
Gross. We still cover Lisa, though. That's still hard.
Oh, shit. I should have gotten a glass of water for this.
Oh, wow.
All right, everybody. Let's talk about Ash and Avery first.
Ash and Avery.
And Avery.
They've still got the black roses sitting there. Red flag.
Red flag. So they wake up in bed, and
celibacy did not last.
And yes, the producer said, "So how was last night?" And Avery's like, "Yeah, we fucked. We fucked a lot, basically."
She's got that freshly fucked feeling.
Which, I want to say, y'all, yeah, they had sex like twice. But speaking of Avery, Poodle and I have played that game of with a gentleman caller of, can you sleep in the bed, sir? Because I'm going to be on the couch because I'm a lady. Have you never played that game? Or do you just say, get inside me?
I think I may have done that as a ruse at one point, or maybe I've done that when I was like 21. But usually they come in the door and I'm just like pushing to the bedroom.
Get in there! Get in there!
It's like with a taser, back, like a lion. They're going.
See, I dated.
Get your clothes off.
I've dated many a down low man where I'm like, bro, you can just sit and watch TV and I'll just sit here and just watch TV with you and sleep on the couch.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I've
much work.
I've basically said by now, if we're not getting to it in 15 minutes, it's not going to happen.
You know, really it changed for me at 33 because Aunt Peggy told me 33 is your Jesus year. Jesus did a lot when he was 33 because that's when he died for our sins. You're going to do big things too. And I'd say when
I sat on big things.
And that's what I did when I turned 33. I sat on big things. Jesus saves the sins of the world. I took a 10-inch dick. You know what?
And you know what? Both of you suffered, and it was okay at the end.
It's true. It's true. We both rose. All right.
Anyway, we're going to get some letters about that.
We're going to get some letters about that.
I want to talk about the fact that she got Avery, like the two of us, we've both been dickmatized before. We have seen a man, even when we were saying we're not going to sleep with him, but like Ash had those kind of like Sir Hiss eyes, like in Robin Hood. The hiss.
It's
and
true.
He was like, get on my dick, lady. Please, lady, get on my dick. Fire. Anyway,
get on his dick.
Sir Hiss, y'all, gayest character in all of animated lore.
We've talked about Sir Hiss so much, he should give us a royalty.
Anyway, yeah, she did.
I mean, Ash is pretty fucking hot.
But those big old eyes, kind of, which I finally called lemur eyes, that's what they are. He looks like a lemur.
He does have very big eyes, and you see all the white around them. It's
you do.
Lot.
That's the off-putting thing.
But his body is kind of insane, and when he kissed her, he looked like a good kisser. I bet he was kind of good in bed. He
was great at box munching. I am convinced.
He
had breakfast, lunch, and dinner down there, and ice cream after when you go to bed.
With sprinkles on the side.
Yes.
Oh.
Like, he is good at that.
Good for him.
He's got a silver tongue, as it were.
And good for, like a snake's mouth.
Very true.
And you know what? Good for Avery. Good for her. But, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, so they're going to meet the brother. And the brother is like, I don't want you to stay with me. I'm like, I wouldn't want to hear my brother fucking either. I don't know why it's a big deal for her.
Well, I feel like she's maybe he's alluded that the brother doesn't want to stay with her because the brother doesn't like her.
Well, to be
honest,
I
agree with you.
I get it, but to be honest, I think they're making it. This is one of the things about this show that frustrates me is they make a point and they force their cast, who are not actors, to say these things and to keep repeating them. And it feels, the more they do it, it feels like a false plot point.
It does seem like they're boring and they need something for them to do.
They are the most boring. Maybe things will get more interesting, but who knows?
Well, and it actually seems like they're both getting along because it's like when Ash was talking to her, like when he said, "Oh, I appreciate you saying that." She was like, "What are you like treating me the way you treat a client like now?" The problem is if you are
like, yes, that's what I know how to do.
Yeah, you know, as like a teacher and like in coaching, like once you, sometimes it's hard to turn off that language.
It is, but it does make you better at handling people handling people's insecurities. Like
y'all, we would not be doing this show with Poodle if I didn't have a degree in psychology. I would have killed the bitch 3 years ago.
And I would have completely left you by the wayside.
It's true. I still would be sitting somewhere in an alley, probably in like Inglewood, just going, "Where's Poodle?"
Had I not picked you up and said, "Aren't you better than this?"
It's true.
But basically,
and then she spat in my face and said, "Wipe it off, wipe that shit off your face, and let's go."
Exactly. Clean up.
Clean up.
Basically, guys. So they're going to. First of all, they're like cutting fruit, and it's taking forever. And the knife cuts. I've been watching too much Food Network. The knife cuts really bother me.
They're not good.
I don't know what they're making. Hopefully it's smoothies because it's going to be a garbage fruit salad or something.
They were not good knife cuts.
It's like tomatoes, eggs, avocado, fruit.
And then there was like lettuce. It was the most healthy, disgusting breakfast I've ever seen.
It's going to be awful.
I want a biscuit and some fucking bacon.
Yeah, it's awful. So she's like, "So this dinner with your brother, should I drink?" And he's like, "You can if you want." He's giving her all the outs. And she's like, I don't know. Is he gonna like blah blah blah? So Avery's got some baggage. It's obvious. with other men controlling her.
And also too, it's like I don't know. It's not. I don't know why she's making it. Again, it was like, why are you making this such an issue? Like, if you don't want to drink, don't drink. Like, it's not like somebody's.
Yeah.
Unless he said like he was sober and like because he was struggling with alcoholism, but it was none of that.
I thought it might be that they're culturally Muslim, but I don't know if I don't see anything from Ash that would suggest that either one of them are one way or the other. I also decided who Avery reminds me of, and it's been bothering me the whole season.
Oh, God.
She is a Sutton Foster with less star quality. Y'all look up Sutton Foster. She was on Bunhead, and she's on Younger. Sense. She's on Younger.
Yeah, apparently that's a big show. I mean, a lot of people like it.
That's what the kids watch. Nico Tortorella on that show is so hot.
Oh, my God. He is hot.
I could finger bag myself right now.
I need to really talk about, and we mentioned it last time, but I'm sorry, we need to go in a deep dive of this. We need to talk about Ash's pants.
It was so bad. This episode, it was so bad.
I'm really bothered by these pants, y'all.
They're jeggings. They're basically jeggings. They're jean leggings.
I need to know from our female listeners, are these kind of pants attractive, y'all? Because here's the deal. In fact, I don't mind a guy in a good legging. I kind of like it. It's kind of sexy to me. However,
I find them annoying.
I like them, but when you wear them and then your phone and your wallet and your keys are all in your pockets, it looks like you have dead gerbils in your pockets.
It's true, like your Uncle Leonard.
Like my uncle in wearing cargo pants. Again, who had Bobo. So it's not, I don't like it. Please, we won't judge you. We might, but let us know. Come at us at 90 Day Gays or on the Sissy Squad.
I still need a minute to unpack Bobo.
I pet Bobo. I was terrified.
But why would anyone want to buy a mountain lion?
We're gonna save it. We're gonna save it for the show.
I just have so many questions. I feel like you grew up in some.
I'm gonna ask my cousin Chad about that.
I feel like you grew up on like another planet. Like I grew up in the South, but you grew up in this weird, like isolated community that I have no way to understand. It's very strange. I swear to God, we're doing this when we got off quarantine sometimes. We are. I am going to take you to. You're going to take me to Ardmore. We're going to. Take
We need to do that.
That's what we need to do. This place to believe it exists. Because I could take you to my hometown. You're like, yeah, this looks like it was like built in the 50s, and I could show you a lot of places like where the guy who ate dog food out of the can.
Really?
Yes. Oh, I've got some picking stories, but none of them compare to Bobo the mountain lion. Anyway, can you not type while we're talking, asshole?
No, I'm actually emailing my cousin Chad right now because I would have forgotten and said, what happened to Bobo? Because I don't know, no. I don't know. So I just sent him a quick message. Thank you. So y'all let us know. Come at us. Do you like those pants or not? I need to know this. All right.
I want to talk about his brother Antish, who is hot. His brother is much hotter than Ash is, I think.
But I think he's probably crazier. You know why? Because he's a dentist. Do be a dentist. Dentist.
Yo, we can't sing together. It's a real problem.
We can try.
So Antish has normalized, so he didn't receive the recessive lemur gene.
He did not. And yes. I Googled him to look for shirtless pictures. I could not find it. So if any of you sissies can, let us know. But again, I found out he is a dentist.
That's a disgrace. So don't pull over. Do I hear that on your side or my side?
That's me. Don't pull over.
So you're getting double the don't pull overs.
Don't pull over. Lord, I got headphones on, so I can't hear.
I can hear it on this side. So we're in suspense whether Avery is going to drink, but she clears that up because she doesn't order just say a margarita or
a glass of Chardonnay.
No, she orders an extra dirty martini vodka. Y'all, that is a drinker's drink. If you order that, that's like a hardcore extra dirty.
That is a drinker. Remember when we used to make martinis all the time at the house? Dirty martini?
Yes.
Poodle makes a good dirty martini.
I do. Mm-hmm. And then I make another. Anyway, y'all, this is the thing about it is that's not a casual drinker's drink. You don't like sneak up on someone with that drink. Well, and Ash is like, sure, I'll have one.
Okay, so this is where I'm kind of like, are we being baited? Is this all fake? Because here he talks about not drinking all the time, and suddenly now he's having a drink. Or is the drama not going to come from Ash and Avery? Is the drama going to come that Ash and Antish are like fucking Darcy twins, and they're fucking competitive as fuck, which I'm here for.
I think that's true, although I think they're a lot more non-TV friendly than Darcy and Stacey are.
Oh, no one is more TV friendly than Darcy and Stacey.
God, I love them. You know, I really missed them this episode. I really missed them, and I missed more Yolanda craziness.
Well, we're gonna get Darcy next episode.
We didn't get. Can I hug you? I'm actually not comfortable.
I'm excellent. Not comfortable. When it shows the preview of next week with her walking down there with that jacket hanging, it looks like some fucking thing from a movie. And I'm like
Superman 3.
Yes. And then she has those glasses and her lips are like, looks like she's been in my apartment and got stung by carpenter bees. Anyway,
so the brother is grilling her and basically saying, I understood you've had relationships before. Like, basically, they're trying to make this interesting, and it's not.
He just is, like, not being a human at all. He's just asking shit.
Yeah.
He's saying that he doesn't think she's a good influencer, and he's like, and I guess he's which
an
she
influence
did.
On him, not an influencer.
Yes, sorry. And she ghosted him, and so he's pissed off about that. But ultimately, I was just like, can she leave, and can they say they're actually not brothers, and can they just fuck? That would be way more interesting.
I saw that porn once.
Y'all, if you're watching porn and they say they're brothers or sisters, they're not. They're not.
If they say they're brothers, they're going to fuck in T-5 minutes.
It's true. It's not happening. People are into that. I'm not. I wish they would say they're not brothers.
I don't want to fuck my brother. I don't even want to fuck my cousin. Although, there are cousins I have who are hot.
Okay, next topic. We're
getting into a weird area.
Okay, so I think that's all that I have for them.
I think you're right. Before we do our next thing, I need to get a certain prop.
Oh, God.
Where is it?
Oh, God. What's he looking for? Great.
I can't find it.
Well, I'm glad that you're just stalling the show.
Where is it?
You know what? I'm not editing this out. Don't think I am.
I don't know where it is, but I'm trying to hold my You Were Right pillow.
About what?
About Big Ed. He's awful.
Oh, he's not that bad. I still think he's likable.
Have you watched what happened?
He just wanted to have a test done.
No. He wanted to have an STD test because she thought she was a liar, basically calling her a slutty whore.
But I mean...
And what was worse is when she said, okay, you'll get the test too. And he's like, no, I'm going to get back in the U.S.
But the subtext was... He's afraid of needles.
The subtext was, I don't want to get tested in your filthy, dirty, gross country.
I didn't get that at all.
Then you need to go back to empathy school.
I think he's horrible, okay? You were right. He's a gross human, and you were fucking right. Are you happy? He's disgusting.
Your worship gives me power. You're saying you were right just makes me it's like I grow 3,000 feet tall. He's gross, y'all. I've known it from the start. He's disgusting.
I don't even think well, first of all, I already had a problem. You already set me off wrong when we're getting pedicures, and I'm having to look at a segment to look at their fucking feet. Because you know how I feel about feet.
They're having to basically saw his toenails off. It's
y'all,
a lot.
I don't like it, y'all. I used to swim in socks when I was a kid in my Aunt Peggy's pool because I didn't like feet, okay?
I wrote down, I didn't have a lot to say because I was honestly so repulsed by this. He's basically putting this whole like weird pseudo-Western concept of purity on this person from the Philippines who has a child who has told him that basically in no uncertain terms, this is what happened to me. I haven't had the best life. My ex, I don't talk to him. But he's wanting details, and obviously you can tell Rose has had some trauma.
Like, well, yeah, I was gonna say that only because we'll talk about that later, but just kind of her reaction lets you believe that.
I want to talk about, because he's obsessed with her past, and this reminds me of a very famous I don't think it's a folktale, Bluebeard's Castle, also an opera by Bela Bartok. But Bluebeard has has a beautiful castle, and he brings Judith, his newest wife, because the 7 wives before, maybe 6 wives before, no one knows what happened to them. But Bluebeard is very charismatic, and women fall in love with him. And so Judith is constantly asking questions, where are your other wives? And so it's kind of a folk tale of women shouldn't ask questions. It's a very misogynistic folk tale. But if you flip the switch and say, oh, the man asking questions, then it also seems obnoxious. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of basically, she takes, Bluebeard takes her into his house. And every single door opens a new thing. One is a beautiful sea, and the other is all these wonderful treasures that she could have in the world. And then she finally says, she's like, but you cannot ask for what's in the last door. And she finally says, no, I need to know. My curiosity needs to know. And she opens the last door, and all of his other wives come out. And he says, now you will join them. And so it's that kind of like morality tale.
So does this have to do with the price of hay in Kansas?
I thought it was the same thing. It's about the past. It's about knowing a past. And to be honest, you guys, if someone was like that to me, I would be okay with letting them say, when they want to tell me about it, I'm going to let them tell me about it. Because obviously it's a problem.
Well, he's already misconstruing things, too, because when she says, even when they're getting the pedicures and manicures, and he's talking about Facebook, and he said, do you talk to any of your boyfriends on Facebook?
And are you friends with any of your exes on Facebook?
No. And then she goes on to say later that, in fact, that she blocked them from Facebook. And then
he's like, but you lied to me. You lied to me, Rose.
You lied. And so it's like, no, she didn't lie to you. She literally just told you that she's not friends with them.
Racially said, must be the language barrier. Oh, he's out worse than that. He's a fucking racist. That's the thing about Ed. Ugh, gross.
I don't think he would know he's a racist, though. I don't think
he doesn't know it. Yeah.
He doesn't get it. So, it's all about a faithful thing. I have to say, when they were at that restaurant, and he asked her for the STD test. First of all, the way he asked her was terrible. But I have to say, when she did say, first of all, Rose is great, kind of cuckoo, but I'm really liking her because when he asked her for the test,
you too.
And no, before that, she just paused and she said, I'm disappointed.
That's
Boy,
true.
that's a line when my mother tells me that she is disappointed in me.
That's the worst thing to hear.
That's happened twice in my life, and I'll remember it to this day.
My mother would just say, I just thought you were better than that.
Well, that's even worse.
She would say, yeah, I just know both of my children are smarter than that, and you both let me down. I've heard that before. Think how terrible you feel.
Oh yeah, you feel horrible.
Basically.
But so that was a great line. But yes, I agreed how she was like, okay, then you get the test done too. And Ed was already rubbing me the wrong way. But yes, when he said, I don't feel comfortable getting the test here, I'm like,
in your filthy, dirty country.
I'm like,
that was the subtext there, guys. That was the subtext.
You're a fucking POS.
It was so obvious when he said, but I'll get it done when I get back in the States because I'm afraid of the Philippines. Because I got to be a white savior to take you away from this filthy country.
It was gross.
Disgusting. Gross.
But now, here's the deal. Rose gets really fucking pissed off. But this is where I think some of the trauma comes in, because I just feel like, I don't mean this in a judgmental way, almost as like a watching, a just observant way. Her amount of anger and the way she is speaking seems disproportionate to the incident of what he asked. So it's like what you were saying. It's like this. I don't think she's told him all of her past. I think there's more that's way traumatic that this is triggering up.
I think he'd be horrified to hear it because it could have been for a time that either she suffered abuse, or
rape. Who knows?
Or she had to go into sex work or something like that. Who knows? But you can tell she does not want to tell him, and it really and it's not even at the point with that where he thinks she's hiding something. It's painful for her to talk about.
Yes,
and the fact that he doesn't have enough of a read on that makes me want to shake his little no-necked body.
Well, it's obviously he is too wrapped up in his hurt to see anybody else's experience, I think.
Ugh. Yeah, that's pretty dead on.
I think he wants to, and he wants to say he's empathetic and he likes to help people, but I think he is carrying his baggage with all hands, and he has no hand to offer to anyone else.
Look at you. And then at the end, he was like, I do not believe in love. He made it about himself.
He did.
Oh,
I had hopes for you. People. I had hopes for you, Ed. I had hopes.
I saw it from the beginning. That's all I really have to say. Do you think it is time to take a slight pause in our services?
I do think it's a slight pause.
I need a refill.
All right, we'll see y'all in a bit.
We're back.
We're back. It's saying recording for you, right, Poodle?
It is.
All right, good.
Y'all, we're doing the best we can.
We're doing the best we can. We're corona'd.
It's our fucking first time.
It's our
not our first time fucking though.
No.
Not me and this queen though, because we'll never get it done.
Gross. Yeah, we already answered that in our Q&A, which hopefully you've listened to our Q&A session of 90 Day Gays. If you haven't, why do you hate us?
Someone asked why we hadn't pounded it out already, and I had to throw up in my trash can.
And I had to go out and try to sleep with a couple of women just to make sure nothing took wrong. All right, let's go to Lisa and Usman.
Oh, Jesus. Y'all,
baby love.
Again, she's one of the worst people I've ever seen on television. I know people, 90 Day devotees say that we haven't seen all of it yet, but she's the worst since we've been watching. She's absolutely terrible. Awful, terrible woman.
She really doesn't have any, as we were just talking, God rest his soul, talking about Kenny Rogers last week, who passed away.
God bless Kenny Rogers.
God bless Kenny Rogers. But she has no sense of how she's perceived at all.
Yep.
That's all.
Yeah. And she's the typical gross American. Oh, there's another one. Don't pull over,
y'all. Don't pull over, y'all.
Don't pull over. Boy, they're just like rolling out tonight. Probably because the teenagers who can't stay put. Anyway, Lisa, she has no. You're right. She has no self-awareness. She has no She has no notice of when she says things. Like when she even says some things like, "These people don't know how to drive over here." When you hear the phrase "these people," y'all, it should be cringe-inducing. It's
because there are ways to say that, like, "Oh, you all,
they follow
you drive differently." Like, but it's very. It's kind of hard to watch them a little bit because I just honestly, there's just not love here. I don't think Usman loves her at all.
Yeah,
I don't think he cares. Whereas Michael and Angela, they do stupid things because they are trying to make it work, but they love each other, so they do emotional, stupid shit.
Yep. The only two that are easy to watch and rewarding to watch this season, I'll be honest, are Stephanie and Erica, and possibly Ash and Avery. Everyone else is awful.
I mean, they're enjoyable to watch for other reasons.
Yeah, but everyone else is just like cringe-inducing.
But y'all, tomorrow is the premiere of Soulja Boy music video. It's going to be a big deal.
Baby girl.
I just want to mark the differences of Lisa. So this first little section with Lisa and Usman was kind of cute-ish in that Lisa seemed definitely impressed or just touched that Usman surprised her with taking her to the recording studio.
And she's like, this is where my baby did my song.
That is what she said. She said, this is where my baby did my song. And
it's like a religious shrine for her or something.
And she said about the club thing the next night, she's like, I'm excited to see it. I've never seen any when I've dated celebrities. Like she keeps on talking about what a celebrity he is.
Yeah, keep going lower with your pitch though. It needs to go lower. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you don't want me to have a voice.
It just needs to be lower. I wrote that we need to give baby girl Lisa a book on PR and the record industry. Because even when like boy banders have girlfriends, or even when celebrities have girlfriends, they're told by every PR person, do not mention your girlfriend. You are single. And I just don't get, well, I get why she doesn't see it because she's an idiot.
Yes.
And she has really bad jealousy problems.
And also to see the difference, but I will say something she does seem, at least right now in the beginning, she seems kind of excited to go to this event.
Yeah.
How would you think about how excited Fembot was? How excited was Jasmine when she had to go to a recording or to hear her boyfriend at the bar?
I am more interested in working on my inner peace.
I have an update that night. I cannot go. Not excited. Oh.
I need a factory reset.
I mean, let's just say something. You know it means something when Lisa gives more shits than you do, Jasmine.
It's true. I think they're still together.
Oh, yeah. Very lovingly together.
I want to talk about when he is at the studio and he's Usman and Lisa at the studio and the video director comes in and we don't know who he is yet, but he kind of like moves past her and kind of like does a double take at her.
He's like,
and
who's
it's kind of
this?
the way that when I was like going on a run today and someone passed me really quickly, an Orthodox she was really close to me, I kind of gave her a side eye and looked the other way.
Oh, because
like she was a dangerous dog.
This does make you look at people like they're dangerous.
Yeah, because that's the way the video director looked at Lisa. Like he thought she was going to eat him.
Which he didn't realize she wanted to. And so it's so weird to me. It makes me laugh every time when he introduces her to everyone. And you look at her and I can't say it for lack of a better word, her old, unmoisturized, I've never seen a Clinique jar in my life face. And he looks right at his friend and says, this is baby girl Lisa.
And they're all like, you fucking movie, right?
Yeah, like, what? Because I think they thought baby girl Lisa was going to be like fucking Heidi up in the mountains or something like that.
It's kind of like Arrested Development. They would always say this about when George Michael will be talking about his girlfriend Anne, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Anne's like my favorite," and they'd always go, "Her," because like she was just Anne, and Anne was Mae Whitman, the actress who was fantastic, but they made her look so frumpy. But every time she was like, "Oh yeah, she's just like the best person in the world," and Jason Bateman would always go, "Her." That's exactly what I think of when they talk about baby girl Lisa. Her.
Yeah.
She even says, "I am she."
Yeah, she did. He was like, baby girl Lisa, I am she. I am the raw dogging queen you've all heard about. I am she with the raw dog peen.
Then the guy translates. He's like, "Yeah, she's the queen of queens. We had to re-edit all that shit for her." And he's like, he says that you're the queen of queens.
And which she's like, is that a good thing? And he's like, yes. And she's like, okay. Which I think he was being a little shady, because when I've called Poodle the queen of queens, that means that he's being a big bitch, y'all.
I'm being a bee. In my brother's house with my niece and nephews, it's like my brother was like, "Oh, you're being such a bee right now." It's so funny to hear my brother talk about, "Oh, he's such an effing bee about things."
Why? Because your brother normally cuss?
Yes, but he can't around his kids. And so he's now got that practice.
He's a carpenter. Of course he cusses.
Yes, my brother's got a filthy mouth. Yeah.
Ooh, I bet he does.
Brother.
That hot, filthy mouth.
Yo, we've talked about. You've seen a picture of my brother in the squad before, the Sissy squad.
And they flooded their basements.
It's true. I did also post some twink pictures of me earlier, and people did say,
you did?
Yes. I got, and thank you for those who said I would do you. Y'all, I wouldn't have done you because you were all women. But I was pretty fucking twinky. I tell you, you have this picture of me. I don't know why. Look on your phone, you have it. It's me like doing a booty dance with my hand on top of my head with a wig.
I got busy. I've been busy with a bunch of stuff.
I've had to go. Coronavirus, you're not busy.
Y'all, that's why we can't say we're busy anymore. We can't.
That's the best thing that's happened about the coronavirus. You can't say you're busy.
You can't say, I gotta go, I'll call you back later. You're fucking stuck.
Yes. My mother Poodle is doing daily phone calls, and I can't get off the phone with her.
What does she talk about? Everyone
Everything.
just wants to know she's over.
Anything she wants to, because the phone calls are daily. And it's like, she basically is like, well, blah, 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 blah. Your father brought all these sardines home for Muffin, the dog. And then she tells me a story she told me about 3 weeks ago about something. And I'm like, yeah, that's nice. And I've literally got her on speaker and I'm looking at porn. Because that's the only thing.
That's the only thing you can do to get through it.
I can do to get through my mother's 20-minute phone call daily.
Y'all, what do y'all do when your mother calls you? What do you do while she's on the phone? Come at us and let us know.
You.
Let us know.
Yeah, that's fine. Mine needs to tell me about every aspect of her life. And also there needs to be a couple of, I was right about this when blah, blah, blah happened. And then stories about why my dad's a bastard. Not a bastard. Why he's trifling.
Your dad's having an affair?
It's trifling. That doesn't mean affair doesn't mean trifling. Trifling means you're difficult to deal with or you're problematic. What do you think trifling mean having an affair?
Well, I didn't know.
Maybe that's just what your family does.
Maybe. All right.
Anyway.
So she meets the director. We have all that. And then they decide
cut my song.
This is where they're going to go. Yeah, this is when you cut my song.
She knows the lingo, y'all. She's really into it.
They're going to go see his friend ABBA at a bar.
ABBA S-boy.
Which, by the way, ABBA, you could also call ABBA fuckboy, and I'd let him. Because he is cute. He is hot.
All of his friends are hot.
Ooh, ABBA, if you change your mind, I'm the first in line to suck that dick. Y'all, that was if you got that
you're over 40.
You're over 40 and you're gay. If you did not get that, congratulations. You're the two straight men in our
Change
squad.
your mind. I'm the first in line.
Maybe it's on me.
If you haven't seen Mamma Mia, the movie, it's terrible, but you will enjoy yourself.
I loved it. I even liked the second one. When Cher,
that is a god-awful movie.
No! When Cher came out, there was something in the air that night. The stars were bright.
The first one was just dumb. As long as you fast forward through Pierce Brosnan. Because that's just painful.
He was bad. Yeah. He was bad. Look at me. I'm just sitting here talking to you, twirling my headphone cord like a teenager on the phone.
Yeah, let's get to it. It's pissing me off.
Okay. So, all right. So they go to this bar and shit gets, because again, ABBA is basically like, hey, look, he's in the fucking music industry. You need to understand. Kind of what you were saying, Poodle.
I think I need to stop this, and we need to reenact this as an episode of 90 Days Theater. I will be playing the dual roles, Sarah Bernhardt and me, of Usman and ABBA S-boy, and you'll be playing baby girl Lisa.
All right.
Get your finger ready. Lisa, how did you like the video that we first sent to you?
The first one or the good one?
The first one with the model.
It was artistically not superior. It was not, listen, that video was not a true representation of that song written to me that was about the love from far away. No.
But you look like the Crypt Keeper. Wait, do not say that. Do not say that to baby girl.
Are you going to let him talk to me like that? Because he needs to defend me. Because you remember last night, I raw dogged you. Remember, are you afraid? I will take this American Gouda from you, and you will not have this wrapped. You will not have these velvet pink vagina raw lip wrapped around your Nigerian dick anymore.
Are you trying to destroy his career? Is that what you're doing?
I am trying to fight for the man that I love who is not fighting for me. I can get all the raw dick I want. Have you seen me? I put mousse in my hair. I am beautiful.
And scene. Y'all, she's one of the stupidest people ever. And I liked it when he asked her, have you ever seen it? Have you ever seen a music video where they've used a model to represent? She's like, no, they do that in America.
Yeah.
First
Suddenly
of all,
she's fucking like
she's
Mutt Lange.
What's his name? Clive Davis.
Yes.
So she apparently thinks when Celine Dion sings a song that the dead corpse of Renee Angelil needs to be in the video. Or
no.
when J-Lo sings a love song, it needs to be A-Rod. No, because they would never make it fighter.
All right. I just want to say that you knew who A-Rod was, and I'm a little shocked.
I know who A-Rod is. I played the trades.
That's a sports reference. You are trade. Although I guess it's sports. He's with J-Lo, so now he's part of gay culture, isn't he?
What, you know sports? Is that what you're saying? How much sports do you know?
I don't know any sports.
Exactly. Don't throw rainbows in pink houses.
It's true. Just the other day, Kyle was when football season was going on. Kyle was watching football, and he said something about the San Francisco team, and I said, "Oh, is that with Joe Montana?"
I think he's been retired for like at least 20 years.
I just remember he was on the Brady Bunch and he played football. So there you go.
Joe Montana was on the Brady Bunch?
No, Joe's somebody else.
What the fuck? No, Joe Montana was a quarterback.
You know what? We're in weird territory now. We're off the rails.
Let's move on to David.
I think I'm done with yes, I think
she's vile. She did try to leave, and she's like, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm not doing
Oh, yeah, she's talking to the producers. This man is the most disrespectful man I've ever met.
No, disrespectful Nigerian. She was this close to using the N-word.
She did say that.
And close.
It bothered me. It was gross.
It was, when she said Nigerian, it was so gross. Yeah, it was fucking awful. Again, to review, she's garbage.
She's pretty bad. All right, now let's talk about David. David and Lana. These are
some of my favorite clueless people. I love both David. I love Yolanda because I love how completely deluded they are.
I love them too. I also love how dark David's hair is. It's such a bad dye job. And y'all, I know Poodle and I colored
bad dye jobs.
But that's a bad dye job.
It is. I haven't even just for men my beard. In this pandemic. I need to get on that.
Why bother? No one's seen you.
He's walking around with his oversized shirt that looks like a Peanuts character. Like fucking Linus.
He does. His shirt is way too
bad. So bad.
He's going to go stop into Desert Diamonds or Desert Diamond.
And these poor customer service people, y'all. Oh,
I don't know this man's name. Is it like Roberto or Tommy or?
It came and went so fast. The only thing he had time to say was, "Wow," when he said he was meeting her for the first time. He'd been talking to her for 7 years.
And you know what? The thing though that I did not know about this that David helped educate me on, y'all. I know you're thinking of diamonds for your engagement ring, but cubic zirconias shine, y'all. A cubic zirconia shines. That's why you get those.
He was hoping he could scam her and then buy her a real diamond later.
It basically meant yes.
He said, I want something less than a diamond.
Which to me thinks, okay, so are you really not that rich?
I think he is, but he's covering all his bases.
Since he's been married 2 times or engaged twice before.
Engaged twice, yeah.
Engaged twice, never married. Y'all, if you're dating someone who's been engaged 3 or 4 times but never married,
Red
That's
flag.
a red flag.
That's a huge
red flag.
Now,
red
it could
flag.
be that they just chose like one or two people who weren't right, or they're a romantic who gets engaged very easily. Most likely, y'all, they've got issues.
Most likely they have issues.
Yeah. I want to talk about this packing scene that's next. And he's saying, we need this, gotta keep the GPS. And he's like, and, gotta have this massage oil. No, this is not massage oil.
It's not massage
oil. Astroglide.
Y'all, that is fucking lube.
I recognize that wave-shaped bottle right away.
Boy.
You know how you know your mother's voice? I know that bottle.
Y'all, Poodle, he can feel it in the dark and know what it is. And he can even say, this is it's 16-ounce bottle.
I'm not a fan of Astroglide. I prefer, just to get honest, I prefer silicone lube in general. You just have to.
I don't like water-based.
You have to lay down a play blanket though, so it doesn't get on your bedspread. That's a sex tip from me to you.
You know what? I think actually that's like everybody fucking does. I'm glad you said that was a sex tip that like everybody else does. Wow, that's like the most basic.
People may not know to lay down a play blanket.
So if you just realize, well, shit, Nikki, I can put down a towel and
not
we don't
a
have
towel, a whole blanket.
We could put down a blanket and not get lube on the bed. Well, Carl, I never thought of that. If you're those people, I want you to come at us on the Sissy Squad and let us know that Poodle just helped you.
I'd also like to say,
because I'm going to judge you.
I don't know if you saw this, but it was like it flashed really quickly. But the camera moved over to the bottle of surreptitiously turned over Astroglide, and the bottle had a comment, and it said, "I can't wait to go bit all on a Russian woman. I mean, betcha by golly, wow. All I want to do is I want to be on massage the shoulders, and I want to be in her vulva, and I want to be all up in her. Woo-hoo! If my name isn't Astro, wait, I can't say it because of copyright reasons.
I guess you can't say Gluck, but yes. And he probably said, I bet he's just as hopeful as David. I bet that bottle says, this time's going to be the time. I'm past my expiration date by 7 years, but this time I think it's going to happen.
He bought me in 1991.
But this is going to be it.
I'm going to fulfill my Astro destiny.
Well, it's got to be more than, because y'all, we find out it's been 10 years since David's had sex.
Yeah. And I liked, he's like, not for lack of wanting to try. So, his friend Jim is picking him up, who is even talking about.
I just have to say.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he's been dating Laura now for 7 years. Lana for 7 years.
Yeah. Not dating, talking to her and never seeing her.
Okay. I guess that's why it's been 10 years. All right. Continue. Talk about Jim.
So Jim, who's picking him up, he's saying there's a lot of red flags. And we kind of go through the facts that she had medical things to see him first. Then her brother died. Again, both excuses I've used.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I gotta say, so he drops him off. He drops David off, and there's this great song playing in.
I noticed it too.
And it's like, turn in. There's no doubt in my mind. Turn in, roll this little slag. We're gonna make a new life now.
And it's like, we have no doubt.
There's so many oohs. There's so many oohs.
And Poodle, what did you happen to Shazam this song?
I did, because I wanted it on my morning wake up routine.
Okay.
And so, y'all, when you Shazam something, it just tells you everything. This is not an advertisement for Shazam, but I enjoy it. This was by a very, very very well-known group outside of Flagstaff, Arizona.
Oh, yes.
And they are called Me and You. So it's MENU, which is menu. It looks like menu, but it's not. There's a lot of confusion there.
Well, because the U is capitalized.
Yes.
And the men is smaller. And a lot of people don't know this, but they became really popular with the hit Now's the Time, that was used a lot for some Lyrica commercials.
And strangely enough, if you look up menu.com, it just takes you to a bunch of food places. So it's a real problem. They are not done with litigation. Let me just tell you
they
that.
Have contacted GoDaddy. They're trying to get the website.
There's no doubt in my mind. Look up Me and You, also known as, if you look at menu with the big capital U.
There's not much else that happens except for Anya is just like, this person is crazy.
I said this the last podcast. I think she might be Lana.
If she is catfishing him, that's amazing.
It would be so fucked up.
It'd be horrible.
But this is the only reason I'm saying that is that this is the only other female we've seen who is in Russia. And
Ukraine.
Sorry, Ukraine. Thank you. And so something might be afoot there. Although she does seem super sympathetic to him, so maybe not. I don't know. Y'all, Lana's not real. Lana is not real. Although we thought Maria was real, someone did come at us to say, where were you? And
we had 2 or 3 people. By the way, we've had Twitter people that hashtag, where were you when you saw Maria? And I love some of your comments. You know what? I'm glad you brought that up.
Here we go.
I'm going to read one right now, and you're going to fucking like it. I don't know if it's here. Katie T, we don't thank our tweeters enough. Katie T, thanks for the tweet. I love
our tweeters.
I do. Also, Kim called it at It's Kimberlyn. She wants us to be on Pillow Talk now that they're bringing in new people. So thank you, man.
Someone start a petition.
Matt Sharp. Oh, Rockabilly Goddess Auntie. She just said,
a really loaded Twitter name.
She said, she had, do you remember where you were? Oh, but she didn't have something to say. She just hashtagged, where were you? And I guess that's it. There was another one, but I don't remember where they are. Riveting. Julianne Haynes, thank you for the tweet about our theme song. We appreciate that.
Oh, we try.
And Ashley, we love you too. I love this. And Christina M.
I don't
Rouse,
want to do a live tweet out. Shout out to Twitters. Let's move on.
Fine.
So one of the funniest things he said though was, Lana's very excited about the K1 visa. And I wrote, she doesn't want to talk in person. But she's real excited about the marriage.
You haven't seen her in 7 years, but she's really excited just to take that picture.
I'd also like to say the very last scene, he is in his hotel room.
Oh, I thought you were talking about he's in the elevator. He's just sitting looking at Anya.
So
and
awkward.
It's like, it was so awkward. Anyway, yes, he's in his hotel.
So he takes some clothes out. Y'all, there's toilet paper.
Okay.
He packed toilet paper.
I was going to ask, why did he pack toilet paper?
Well, you can get toilet paper in Ukraine. It's not like China where you have to take it everywhere. But I think I know why he packed toilet paper. Is that those are his confidants because they started to talk too.
God.
They were like, Jesus. Well, hope I get to mop up some of that hot grade lube. Yeah. if you're going to massage your shoulders, you're going to need me to wipe it off. Ha ha!
And then the other one said, why you gotta be so dirty, Carl? Why you gotta be so dirty?
Shut up, Alice. I told you I'm going to fucking smack your fucking face next time.
No, you can't just pick a blue. That's paper towels.
Oh my God! I
I
fucking divorced you in 1979.
Hey, you didn't just ride in this shitty suitcase for 14 hours.
I need to fucking hang myself. Oh my fucking God!
Boy, they're a really aggressive couple.
There was such a rough marriage between those two.
Who knew? Who knew?
And I just heard my voice talking to, what's the female one? Let's call her Yvonne.
Yvonne. There's a lot of Carls this episode. Sorry about that, y'all.
That hurt.
We're doing the best we can.
Basically, we love to do these voices because none of the other people are good to do voices besides Baby Girl Lisa this season.
It's true.
No
one. Let's go. Well, I do enjoy Yolanda, who has horrible grammar. But let's
you want to do her? And then
let's do Yolanda real quick because there's not that much. So I'm excited to meet Williams.
She's still going to England, y'all.
Well,
she's a complete moron.
So he erased his Instagram, but then she tweeted him back and she said, I seen it, you deleted it. Or her grammar is horrible. Anyway, she's like, I don't know what happened. He's just trying to get it back and he doesn't know how. Well, I better believe him because, well, that's my Williams.
This is the thing. I've started to hate this storyline because no one can be this stupid.
I kind of love it even more because no one can be this stupid.
True. Frauded by TLC, y'all, has a whole thing on this. We haven't engaged with this, but supposedly there's a lot of funny business going on.
Well, and she says she's going to wait and see what William finds out about it. I'm just going to wait and see. So, y'all, when you're waiting to see, there is nothing like going to a shop at a store called Hottie. The next time we go to Vegas, we're going to this store. We're going to Hottie.
There's lots of good cut-off jeans.
This is like Ari on Lady Love on Hollywood Boulevard.
Her friend Kim is there, who's being a good ride or die, who's helping her do lingerie shopping or something sexy.
And Kim is like, Yolanda's so dumb because Kim is like, yeah, I have some concerns about this. And then Yolanda said,
why?
She's like, what? Yeah, you sound just like my daughter. Yeah, you sound just like everybody else in my life who's telling me this is a bad idea, but I'm going to trust him.
I'm going to stick my head in the sand like an ostrich.
I'm skinny now, so I'm worth it. I'm going to get fucked by that hot Italian man.
She even says, look at these hearts he sent me.
He sent me hearts. That is so thoughtful.
That means he loves me. Girl, I sent hearts to everybody I've fucked.
Everyone.
And I didn't love any of them.
He just has eggplant and heart copied. He just presses, he just taps and pastes.
Cut paste.
Cut paste. That's all he does. I mean, that's basically it for her.
There was nothing about her. They're stretching this storyline out, I think, the farthest.
Oh, yeah, because there's nothing. So let's talk about Stephanie and Erica.
Steph.
This
is the sweetest one, I believe.
It is, but we're going to see crazy still. I
think it's going to be, and I think it's going to be with both of them.
Actually, I don't think it'll be crazy. I think it'll be more like just we're 24 years old and we're in love. Because wow.
When girls are in relationships when they're young, it's just nonstop drama.
Or
it's worse than gay guys, shockingly.
Or when Poodle's in a relationship when he's young. It's nonstop.
There was always a lot of throwing shit. Nothing. The sex was never better than when you fight right before it.
Do you remember any of the stupid shit you got angry about for no reason?
Yes. When I would not call someone babe over text. When I refused to use the name, the sobriquet babe.
Someone got upset at you?
Yeah. Because that's what they called me.
And did you get,
and I said,
flip out about it?
No, I didn't. I did not want to use it. And I flipped out, and then they flipped out about it. Y'all, wow. I have a lot of bad judgment.
Wow.
I just see their face and see huge dick. And
I want to ride it. I want to ride it. Okay, so we're meeting a little Erica. Erica, y'all, she says she's from the Outback, and I immediately wanted Outback Steakhouse.
You and your fucking bloomin' onion. So she's a photographer. They're in a kangaroo sanctuary. She's got a very sexual side, she says. And she's definitely a bi woman in a small town in the middle of nowhere. I want to just jump ahead a little bit to say that she's wearing rainbow pants and rainbow earrings, but her parents have no idea.
That's what I wrote. I was like,
or gay or anything. And I'm like,
are you changing clothes when you leave the house?
I think they have an inkling.
I think they have an idea.
They might know.
Could be.
But you know what? It's everyone's journey. But like to tell your parents to come out at any time. But like, honestly, honey, I don't know what to tell you. You are a walking pride parade. I don't know.
She looks great. We're not judging how she looks, but it's like the only thing you could have more gay is that tattoo that Poodle has on his lower back that says "Enter here," which he got in New Orleans at Decadence when he was like 24, or were you 23?
Something where they'd let me get it. So at least 21.
20. Okay, at least 21.
So I want to talk about that. So she's hanging out with her friends in a field. And apparently they don't have coffee shops in the Outback. And I wrote, is this the prime location they could have done this with folding chairs and big gulps?
Okay, so I got to tell you, we used to do this all the time out at Lake Murray or out at Hess Road all the time. We just
park our road, like the truck,
like Hess. Yes, we would just park our trucks, and you'd either sit on the tail beds or you get your little folding chairs out, and we drink Coors Light. That's what you do. Come at us if you sat in lawn chairs in the country and drank.
But
I did this at my high school graduation party.
But just from filming concerns, filming should say, is there not a coffee shop where we can get an interior and just get some room tone?
Well, I think they're trying to show that she lives out. This isn't like she's going to Melbourne. This is like out in the fucking boonies. The Outback is out back, y'all. It is out fucking back. It's not in the city.
I mean, but there has to be like a restaurant, something. I just maybe I've seen Priscilla Queen of the Desert too many times.
Maybe so.
Anyway, so I want to say one thing. The girl with the side hair is making an interesting choice. One part of it is shaved, and the other part is completely all on one side.
That's a confident bitch.
It is.
Loved her.
I mean, it's a choice. I would love to see what it looks like when she takes her hat off. Like, is one side of her head just shaved and the other side has hair?
Yes. Come at us with your hair choices, y'all.
I'm just curious because she could have swept it all over, but I know at least one side of her head is shaved because that was shaved. But did she just take it and sweep it to one side? I'm just really concerned.
I think so.
Are you putting lotion on your hands?
No, I just was cracking my hand.
I'm so glad I'm not near you because I hate that sound.
Oh, Lord. So, okay.
She cracks her knuckles and it's awful. Come at me if you hate hearing people crack their knuckles because I had to hear it all the fucking time from this one.
So Erica also talks about that, and I guess this is true. You can come at us, you Aussies. But I don't know if I don't know if it's super gay accepting.
In Sydney it is, but like, no, she's right. Like, the Outback it's probably not, but she says her parents are probably cool with it. But she just, I notice a disconnect between her words and what she's wearing. So she's obviously not trying to pass with what she's wearing. And I feel like a lot of the dialogue here was scripted by the production.
I wonder that a little bit, but it's also, but you never know with somebody's experience, but I wonder that too.
Like what she's wearing, come on.
It's true.
And she has no qualms later on about holding Stephanie's hand.
Yeah, she's very affectionate. Well, let's talk about that. Steph arrives at the airport.
He actually meets her at the airport. Can you imagine?
The one person in this fucking show that does that.
And she's got this cute candy heart dress. I love it.
Y'all, this was really sweet to me.
Yep, I agree. I love this.
I think and what I loved about this is they both kind of just kept staring at one another. Yep. Talking about how beautiful the other person was, or just they were truly enamored. It was really, really sweet.
But even Stephanie, who is a sabotager, you can tell she's like, "Oh my god, I know you. Like, I'm so more into you than you are into me right now." And I'm like, "Shut up!"
She is. You can tell that Stephanie's got some. She's got some self-love shit she needs to work on, and I think she's going to sabotage things.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think it's heading there.
Not that it won't work out, but I think it's just she's got to own her shit.
Heavy lesbian drama, y'all, or at least bi-girl drama.
Oh my God, I remember when I was in college, no fights were like lesbian fights, y'all.
They throw it down. Come at us like on Sissy Squad, y'all, lesbians. I know we've got a lot of girls who love girls in our squad, but come at us on your lesbian fights.
Come at us on your ridiculous fights. Let us know. And if you weren't and you had calm ones, we don't want to know that because it doesn't fit our stereotype.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So cute. They're trying to hold hands. It's really cute.
I put that too. How they were trying to figure out because that's what couple. It was just sweet. It was really, really sweet. Where did you go? Why? You sound like you're far away. Lean forward, you whore. Don't you lean back and look at your grinder.
I'm looking at our sissy shout outs, you bitch.
Oh, which I guess we are. We're at the end of the show. That's all we had. Okay, we have to first of all, we have to see what letters we're on. We forgot to look again.
Oh, let's just pause and do a new one.
No, we can look. I can look at the letter of gay that Mary Shexy did. Okay. We're on H and I, Poodle.
H and I. All right.
Yes. So why don't you do
I'm always first. You go
okay,
first.
Why don't you do I was gonna say why don't you do I?
That's good. You do H.
I'll do H. I'm looking right now on Facebook. We have 4,300 members. That's incredible. It's incredible.
Incredible.
Okay, make sure we didn't do this person before. Okay, well, last time, nope. Okay, so I think I'm going to do, my sissy shout out goes to, Pillary K. Soul.
Ooh, a good one.
Pillary. Y'all, Pillary K. Soul, she is, the reason her last name is like Soul, and the reason is because she doesn't believe in any gods or anything except for the sun. She worships the sun god. So that's why her name is Pillary.
Makes sense. Yeah. Perfect sense.
So much. And also, she feels like she is immune to skin cancer. So she goes tanning every day. Ooh. Her favorite thing to tan with actually is she loves Burt's Bees because it tingles when she puts it on her skin.
I hear that.
But the problem is, y'all, she's in so much debt because she has to buy so many little things of Burt's Bees to put all over her body.
She needs to buy in bulk. Yeah.
And they won't sell it to her. In fact, the Burt's Bees people have said, they try to cut her off and they said, this is for your lips, not your body. And she says, I don't care. I have to be tan. My sun god has to accept me.
And I have to take.
She does. She's also, a lot of people don't know you can be addicted to this. She loves to take Strawberry Quick. Remember that?
Nestle Quick, Strawberry Quick.
The Strawberry Quick, the powder.
Please.
Yeah. This is a sad story. This is a sad one. She sniffs it, y'all. She snorts it. She's a quick snorter.
We gotta go to rehab for that.
She is on a Hillary is on a sugar high all the damn day.
I got a sweet tooth. Sugar high. What's that song? Hedwig and the Angry Itch.
If y'all are out there and you know a sugar rehab that Hillary could go to, reach out to her on the Sissy Squad. And that's the Sissy story for Hillary K. So we hope you get better, Hillary.
Shout out. Ho ho.
Ho ho.
My Sissy shout out goes to Karina H. Wendy. Karina H. Wendy. Y'all, Karina has always been a religious woman.
Oh, okay.
And she has decided in the last year or so that she wants to recreate the biblical story of Noah's Ark.
Oh.
She's getting together but the weirdest thing is she's only putting it to like dogs. So she's getting 2 of every dog she knows. She's literally stealing dogs at the park, y'all. It's Beagles. Not a good story. She's getting 2 beagles. She's getting 2 Weimaraners. And her whole house, she's turning it into a fucking houseboat. And she's getting Weimaraners. She's getting Lhasa Apsos. She's getting Shih Tzus. She's getting 2 of every kind.
I have a question. She's turning her house into a houseboat. Is her house on the water?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's the problem. She's just thinking the apocalypse is going to come. And you know what? Given what's happening, she might be right.
She could be right.
So Karina H. Wendy is more, and she'll just get 2 like Cavalier King Charles Spaniels, and they might be 2 boys. She doesn't give a shit. She's just happy to have 2 like Noah. She thinks of herself as Noah. Anyway, The weirdest thing is, this is the strangest part. She has installed all these disco ball lights for a dance party for all these dogs. And she thinks that she's going to get these dogs to fuck. Because that's like making extra dogs.
What type of music would she play to get them to fuck?
Prodigy.
Okay.
Smack my bitch up.
Okay.
She thinks that's the sound that dogs fuck to. Smack my bitch up. Smack my bitch up. Y'all, have you ever fucked a Prodigy? It's not nice, but it gets the job done.
Yeah, that's disgusting that you're sharing that. That you're a skanky skank.
I've never fucked a Prodigy. If someone put on Prodigy when I was having sex, I would probably was like, what the fuck is this? But Karina H. Wendy loves it. Also, her husband's into it. So it's like their favorite thing to watch dogs get it on while listening to Prodigy. And there's a lot of light shows while it's happening in this homemade ark of theirs. Anyway, sorry, Alyssa. Anyway, that's my sissy shout out for Karina H. Wendy.
Oh, and that's the sissy shout out indeed. Well, y'all, that is the show. That is our show today.
I don't know why mine keep getting weirder and weirder.
I don't know. And our shows keep getting longer and longer. Sorry, y'all.
I'm not happy about it either.
But there's just shit to talk about. We want to thank y'all so much. You can go listen to all our shows at SISSY.TALK.com. You can hear about our Rivermail show, our Bitchcraft. We just put a new episode up of that.
Yes.
You can listen to old Dear Maddie shows. And you can also listen to, what's our other show? Oh, Sweet Tea, Southern Charm.
You guys can find us on social media at both Twitter and Instagram. I can be found at Jake It or Fake It.
And I'm at the Matt Marr, 2 T's, 2 R's. And you can find our general stuff at 90 Day
Gay.
And I guess, Poodle, we didn't talk, but I guess it will be a bonus. So are we going to drop when are we dropping our Crouching Tiger Dragon show?
Crouching Tiger Hidden Drag Queen. Probably, I would say we can drop it what do you think? Wednesday at 11:11?
Sure, let's drop. So that's going to drop Wednesday morning at 11:11, everybody.
Yay.
We'll drop it for you then. And then we don't know about the other ones for the page. We'll try to get those out too. But,
we got a lot of time, but
we got a lot of time.
Yeah. Anyway, y'all stay safe out there. Social distance.
Physical distance, and a lot of you, we both keep saying this, but we just want to y'all to remember that this is just a moment of your life. This is not the rest of your life.
It's going to be next time. And you know what? Your husband may want a hand job, but make sure to finger bang yourself too. Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself. Thank you for that, Poodle.
Finger bang.
Word.
Yes, finger bang when you need to.
And we call these people lonely hearts because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love, Poodle?
Yes, we are. And if you find yourself running for the fucking hills when you see an old person coughing in front of you, call us.